Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for another great culinary adventure. Today's video is for you rib lovers out there. If you have a smoker but the weather's not cooperating, or you don't have a smoker and still want to enjoy some delicious ribs for dinner, I'm going to show you how to make delicious, fall off the bone, St. Louis style spare ribs in 3 to 4 hours with minimal effort in a slow cooker. If that sounds good to you, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. Alright folks, as you can see in front of me, I got the star of today's video, the St. Louis style pork spare ribs. These have already been pre-trimmed for me. By all means, you can buy your full rack of spare ribs and trim them yourself. There's a lot of great videos out there that shows you how to get that done. Now for the trimming I want to do on these ribs today, is flip them over, and I've gone ahead and pre-removed that silver skin off the back. If you make just a slight cut on one of the end bones, take a knife, just run down the edge of it, take a paper towel, you can grab that and it'll just pull right off. Now you can also leave that on there. These are going in the slow cooker. It's not a big deal. It's just personal preference. But other than that, these are trimmed for me, ready to go. All I want to do today is cut these into smaller sizes so they'll fit in the slow cooker, of course. I think about 3 to 4 bones per section is a good serving size, so that's what I'm going to cut mine down to today. So I'm going to cut these, we'll come right back, season them up, and get started cooking. Alright folks, you just saw there, I cut these ribs down into 3 to 4 bone sections so they'll fit in the slow cooker a little easier. That's about a serving size in my opinion anyway. You can leave yours as big or as small as you want, as long as they fit in your slow cooker. Now that being said, the next step we need to do is rub these with our favorite rib rub. Use whatever you like. If you have one you make at home, by all means use that. I'll link the one I have below that I love to make up, a sweet heat pork rub. It's great on everything. But today I'm going to be using 2 rubs pre-made from the store. I got some Holy Gospel from Meat Church Barbecue, great all-around rub. I've also got some Famous Dave's rib rub. Generic, you know, chain restaurant stuff, but it's pretty good, got a lot of great flavors. All I'm going to do is put these rubs, both rubs, on both sides of these ribs. We'll come right back. I'll show you how to put these in the slow cooker and make the best damn fall off the bone St. Louis style spare ribs you've ever had. Alright, our ribs are rubbed. I'll get this cleaned up. We'll come right back and we'll start loading the slow cooker. Alright folks, welcome back. As you can see in front of me, I got the insert to my slow cooker. I've sliced a large onion, and of course we got our ribs that we put that rub on. I have let these set for about 15 or 20 minutes or so, just so that rub can start to penetrate the meat, really bring out those delicious flavors. Alright, the first step to make these slow cooker fall off the bone ribs is to layer the bottom of our slow cooker insert with these slices of onions. That'll create a barrier between the very bottom of the pot where it's going to be extra hot and the meat. So we're just going to simply lay these in here, nothing special. I'm going to be sitting the meat on top of it, like I said. Alright, so we got our sliced onion on the bottom. Next thing we'll do, I got a handful of garlic cloves here. We're just going to spread these throughout as well. Alright, with the garlic in there, we're going to add our secret ingredient, a can of soda. Now you've probably seen before, a lot of people make barbecue sauce out of Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola. It's pretty normal in the barbecue realm. This is just going to be our cooking liquids for our slow cooker. Alright, and one final ingredient, because we are cooking these indoors today, we're not getting that smoke flavor like you would out of your smoker outside. I got some liquid smoke. We're going to put just a handful of drops in here. This stuff is powerful, so don't go to town with it. Maybe about a tablespoon tops. I'll give you one more view just so you know what we're looking at here. All we simply have to do is layer our ribs in our slow cooker. Okay, our ribs are in our insert. We're going to take the remaining onion slices, and these you may want to break up just so they cover the top a little better, and just put those right on top of our ribs. Alright folks, we've spread the rest of that remaining onion on top of our ribs. I'm going to put the lid on these, throw it in my slow cooker. I'm going to set the temperature to high for 3 to 4 hours. Now I know my slow cooker is a little faster because it cooks around the sides also. Most just cook from the bottom only, so you're looking probably closer to 4 to 5 hours. I know mine's going to be right around 3 hours. Now when I say that, check them at 3 hours because everyone likes the ribs differently. I prefer mine where I can bite into them and it's the meat sticks to the bone except for where I bite. Some people like it where they take a bite and the bone slides right out and it's just meat left. That's up to you, how you like to eat your ribs. Start checking around that 3 hour mark and make your determination at that point. But we're not done with them just yet, so stay tuned. We'll be right back at that 3 to 4 hour mark when our ribs are cooked to how you like them. Alright folks, welcome back. We have cooked our ribs in the slow cooker for the past 3.5 hours. I transferred them to this rack just to start cooling off just a bit. As you can see in front of me, I got 2 of my racks of ribs right here. I got the third rack here on the side. I'll deal with that one later. Now the next step to making these ribs absolutely amazing is to sauce them up. So today I'm using a combination, just some store-bought sauces. I got a sweet heat and a sticky sweet. We're going to use those today. You can use whatever you like. In fact, you can check the link in the description below. I'll send you my website for a bourbon barbecue sauce that's absolutely amazing on these ribs. So if that sounds good to you, be sure to check that one out. So other than that, let's get these ribs sauced. I got the oven preheating behind me, 375 degrees. We're going to sauce our ribs, throw them in there for about 20-25 minutes, come back, give them a taste test, and see how we did. Alright folks, we baked our ribs off 375 degrees for 20 minutes in the oven. I went ahead and put a blowtorch to them just to give it that final little smoky charness I love on my ribs. You can omit that step of course, or use the broiler in your oven to accomplish the same thing. That being said, I did set my smoke alarm off, so maybe do it outside, not in the house. Other than that, let's give these things a taste test and see how they turned out because they are smelling amazing in here folks. Got a nice rib. Bone is still stuck to it, as you can see. I'm going to take a nice bite here. Absolute perfection, folks. As you can see, I can take a bite. The meat comes off of the bone, but the whole thing doesn't fall off. I don't like true fall off the bone ribs. If you're more of that style, be sure you cook these 4 to 5 hours in your slow cooker. 3 hours is just about perfect for this more competition style, if you want to call it that. But other than that, I'm going to take one more bite because it's just that damn good. Folks, I don't know what else to tell you, but to get to the grocery store, buy yourself some ribs, baby back ribs, St. Louis style spare ribs, pure spare ribs, trim them up. It doesn't matter. Get yourself to the grocery store, buy your ribs, and get that crock pot cooking because these slow cooker ribs are absolutely amazing. Be sure to check the link in the description below. That will see on my website with all the directions and temperatures and times. Like I said, I like these around 3 hours in a slow cooker. If you like it more fall off the bone, go full 4 hours. Other than that, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you would do the same or differently. Can we really replace the smoker outside by just putting a little liquid smoke in our slow cooker? I think these turned out pretty damn good. Got a nice little smoke hint in the background from that liquid smoke. Great barbecue flavor from those 2 dry rubs we used. Finally finishing off with the sweet, sticky, spicy 2 barbecue sauces. That's what I'm talking about right there. So until next time, folks, Mike here signing off. Just keep cooking.